Our final set of the evening, we bring back Andy V.Frost roaring towards the stage, I think. All 2,000 cc's or something.
Thank you. I rarely use props in poetry, but I came across this the other day. This is my cut-off from my youth in the 80s. I've put on a bit more in the chest since then, but Kawasaki GPZ, Kawasaki, the big Kawasaki cars, riding Kawasaki Z, Speedway badges left over. Westlake was a Speedway engine, Bike magazine, I'm still riding Bike magazine. I was chuffed to bits that I still had it. Yay! I'll slip it on a minute if I get the last two buttons undone.
It's the bottom two, not the top two, yeah?
Perfect fit.
To think this used to go over a jacket.
Bottom two.
Now, why I'm so happy about this is I'm going to read some motorcycle poems from my youth. And I was going up Boxhill alone, and I went up with a mate one day, and he met some mates from college, and we ended off riding off down a pub. And within a very short period, these people coalesced into a group. We became known as a pack. I hated the name. I wanted something like romantic, poetic, like Surrey Street Races or something. No, the pack. Anyway, this is the pack. We were the bike boys and bike girls, scratchers, dispatchers, mudlarks, leather-clad street racers, lone wolves in their 20s in search of their own. Till we found ourselves amongst peers. Riding quickly, no. Made that fast and ferociously, and most assuredly a lot madly, with the odd greedy or 10 thrown in for a laugh. Rode power valves and katanas, VFRs and FJ turbos, FZs, big Zs, GPZs, well, perhaps on occasion. Ran on ride-outs and coast runs, SOS and Triple B runs, Chelsea Bridge, Box Hill, off-road training, Brands Hatch Racing School. We rarely stopped still, for we live for riding and drinking, weekending and partying, mate chasing and mating and regularly repeating everything on this list. We were loose friends, we were best friends, we were brothers and sisters, cousins and neighbours, bikers to the core. And we loved being the ones your parents would have warned you about. Before I go any further, it's poetic licence if I mention anything over the speed limit. And there were no cameras. And there were no speed cameras at the time, and the police had to capture and give you a 7-day produce your documents, no. Part of this period, three special women in my life. Now, I was born in 1962. I grew up through the 70s, becoming more and more aware of the equality legislations that had been brought in the late 60s. Our women could always drive if they chose to, but it became more and more common. My mother was one, and a lot of the younger women my age at the time were starting to drive. There were very few biker women. This is a tribute to one of the women who rode with us, a rare breed. It didn't matter that she lacked an Adam's apple or her hair was long, straight, down to her waist. It didn't matter that she saw her bikes as male, gave them boys' names, and sometimes wore glad rags to bring out her occasionally lipstick smile to remind us she was a woman. It mattered, but it didn't matter. It mattered though, she rode a bike, wore jeans, boots, gloves, helmet, A-leather, our badge. It mattered that she was one of us. And when she accepted the invitation and chose to ride with us, she became even more so one of us and was welcome. That's what mattered. Now, there's a little bit of addendum with this poem because I can never fit this verse in between the two preceding verses, and it's just a bit of the legend that was carried. It didn't matter that her slim, tight frame hid braided steel muscle, and she could out-arm wrestle most of us easily. It didn't matter. For mates are mates and life was fun. Isn't that what matters? I was a young man doing what young men do, and 22, flicking through a glossy magazine. And I turned the page and I saw her. My muse, the love of my life. She was a GPZ 900R A1 Kawasaki. Fast, fine handling, fully fed, finished. In firecracker red, star mist grey with gold pinstripes. A legend in a launch time. She was perfection. My desire looted bank accounts to possess her. Together, 18, happiest when we unleashed her beast to dash between A and B rather rapidly. She buffed my ego to gleaming. I always sported a big grin when riding her. She gave me the best 22 months that a biker could ever wish for. Then she was stolen. Bereft, I've never personified another motorcycle since. R.I.P. she. And also on the back of this jacket, the unfinished embroidery from January 1988. Farewell, she. Oh, I get all teary-eyed. While I was riding she, now, I've never been a pretty handsome boy, and I felt, and I've grown up, as I say, at times with equality legislation. What shocked me is riding this big, powerful motorbike. There were people who wanted to know me, women who wanted to know me, for no other reason than I had this big motorbike. It was quite a surprise, and I went out with a few of them, and I'm 24 at the time, and this is young love. Within a month of first meeting, I was informed that our wedding would be big, white and chic, would be attended by 5 bridesmaids. She'd already named our children, imagining 5 little Andy and Jens bouncing in the back of an estate car on the way to our new house. Not a fault on how we could afford it. She told me all this at 5 a.m. as we petted goodnight after a fast night's blast. Me squeezing her bum, she wagging it to be sure, her leather-clad print-stained hood. Naturally, I wanted to be there squeezing her, but I also wanted to get away fast before she had the chance to announce our upcoming 5-week anniversary and how we would celebrate it. There is no happy ending. There may well have been had her dreams been ever so slightly more realistic. It was rather intense, but if you don't live it, you don't know it. And now, there's a whole set on the 80s Surrey and South West London bikers, and would help if I looked in the right book. Now, I've done the whole set before, but there are a couple that never got featured. And Sunday for us as a group of bikers used to be the King Day. Meet at the Texaco on the 217, shoot off across over the top of Box Hill and down to the bottom car park. This was before the zigzag road had speed humps put in. We probably were responsible for some of that. Excuse me, my nose is. Now, at the end of the Sunday afternoon, we used to head out, This was originally called Late Sunday Afternoons, but a more punny name, it is now known as 4 Hospitals and a Day Accident. Basically what we did on Late Sunday Afternoons. And there is actually a 5th hospital somewhere, because there's Banstead Mental Hospital, and there was the Mad Mile was named after it. That, and there's a straight piece of road with traffic lights at one end, and we used to race down it. After we'd finished racing the Mad Mile, all the police had arrived to move us on. Mayhem followed. We cracked off down the mile, cranked the right-hand fork at the roundabout, and thundered into Belmont. Flashed through the junction to the Marsden, bolted past Sutton General and I. Steamed across the railway, screamed onto the one-way and stormed down Sutton High Street to near the bottom, where my dogs was newish and we were callow, brush, impulsive, with a taste for burgers, shakes and fries. And when we'd had enough, or wherever it took our fancy, up went the shout, "Food fight!" And naturally, mayhem followed. There was an accident on this wild ride once, close to the 90 onto the High Street. The pack bunched and charging off the apex. Someone strode out into the road. Resultant heavy braking saw a touch at the wrong time. One bike visiting radio rentals, the other taking out a pair of Dorothy Perkins windows, upside down, falling plate glass slicing through crossback tyre and alloy wheel. Mayhem followed mayhem. 2 bikers and a pillion down. Bike smashed. Shops broken, alarms screeching, ambulances attending, sirens blaring, police milling about and measuring. A visit to St Helier. A change from the East Surrey. A group of us outside, smoking, jawing and waiting for news on would our mates be joining us this evening or overnighting, and mulling over the new jeans curse and had it played a part in all this. The bikers, the pillion, and surprisingly, both bikes lived to ride this ride again and take part in the mayhem that seemed to follow us. I do actually have, much to my surprise, we met up recently and there's a picture of the accident, but it's rather faint. And the picture above is Karen from A Rare Breed. So there's a few more pictures in there, but not much. That ends that little sequence. Now I'm going to move back to close to the time period, close to current time. In the year 2000, my best mate died following a bike accident in near Salisbury, and I found myself writing. This is today why I write still. I went from birthdays and greetings to beyond, and the first year, the first summer after his death, I thought, I haven't lived. I hadn't travelled heavily since I used to go to Speedway, since I used to ride about with a pack. I went down Land's End. The next year I did end from Scotland down to Land's End. The year following I went round Wales and all of Norfolk and Suffolk. But after that, most years will find me touring Scotland. And the final 2 of this set are about Scotland. But having said all that, having led into that, 3 years ago, I'm driving down the back alley fully loaded up. And this is broken rear brake piston bracket. Bike stood down. Biker on a downer. 6 days waiting for a part that could have seen him in Edinburgh via Newcastle. For 2 days at the Fringe and meeting friends before a ride across the Cairngorms to a night in Inverness. Then who knows where he could have got to. Instead, he's lying on his bed, bored of that, disinterested by this, can't be asked to do anything. Prisoner in a self-made cage, he's irritable and pissed with the situation. A bank holiday weekend, stymieing all attempts to obtain replacement. It's of little consolation. He found the brake in the alley at the start of his trip, as opposed to finding out at the far 70 on an A road that the brake he needed wasn't there. But for now, he really doesn't care. For he's stuck at home with his going nowhere bikes. and those holiday roads are no longer his. I ended up surprising a mate down in Cornwall, Automotive Mike, when I did get the part eventually. You'll be happy to know normal practice has resumed and I've been to Scotland every year since. And the next year I wrote this one, Ramble. I'm going to finish on this one. Thank you lovely people for coming and catching me. It's been a pleasure here on a mellow summer's day with the eyes tinkling in the glasses. Patrick will close up with thanking the rest. Ramble. I was in Scotland last week. Edinburgh, the Fringe, meeting new friends. Sorry. Meeting old friends, making new friends. Good shows, good vibes, good whiskey, good cigar shops, bright lights. Tour in Sutherland and Caithness followed. Meeting more friends. Revisiting favourite B&Bs. Good food, good sights, great bike roads, fast adventures. Not so bright lights. After all this time and several trips north, I've only just noticed that the Shetlands are a further 150 miles away from the mainland. And that lad on his fast bike who followed me south from Glencoe thinking I knew where I was going, had just made that trip to see his girlfriend to the south of Glasgow. Didn't know he was parked beneath Britain's first hydroelectric power station at the north end of Loch Lomond. For the sat-nav just shows the road. Odd, shown in London riding ways. And that even fully loaded, midweight bikes have a meaty bit of poke once the rider is sure the bike following isn't the police. We rode down to Glasgow, crossed the Clyde via the Erskine Bridge, waved salutes to each other and parted. Him for Paisley in love, me for home, and with England an hour or so away, seems like a good place to end this ramble. Thank you. Thank you very much.
More thanks to our own very uneasy rider, Andy V.Frost. So just to wind up, I'd just like to say that in a few days' time you'll be able to watch everything you've seen tonight on our website. So you're probably wondering why you bothered to come here and spend that sit through it. But anyway, that's for your information. And don't forget the Macmillan's Bucket. Also, if you want to stay behind and have more drinks, we've got this room till the pub closes, I think. And finally, I'd like to thank all the open mic poets: Brian Baker, Dave Martin, Camilla Reeves, Gareth Toms, and Andy. I'd like to thank Patrick Cunane, whoever he is. And Hannah Riley, and as I say, Andy Frost, who's finished the evening for us. So that's it. Thank you very much. Leave your email if you want to keep in touch. We're back on the 13th of July with, as I said, a poet visiting from Malta called Miriam Kalation, who's a wonderful poet. She'll be joined by Lizzie Shirley, who's a radical singer-songwriter. We'll be bringing up the excitement that evening, and obviously there'll be open mic poets and maybe one or two other surprises. So thanks for coming. Stay with us, have a drink, chill out.